Good morning, everybody. This is Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I am really happy to be doing this page. I've been so inspired lately by colors and just labels and the aesthetic of different cultures. Jason and I went the other night to it's a world grocery store, World Market. It's not called World Market. I believe it's called Li Ming's, but they have things from everywhere. And some of the most beautiful packaging and labeling. A lot of the items are Asian looking, and as far as the labeling, and it was just really, really fun to go through there and buy a few things and look at all the colors. But I was inspired to make a bright boho garden. And I've just got a few pieces of bright boho fabric. This little label came off of some bias tape that I opened just yesterday, and I thought, ooh, that would be fun to use as like maybe a little fence or a garden box. So I'm not going to put that on right away. I wanted to cut some stems for the flowers first so that they can kind of be underneath, and I want to cut out some flowers as well, the petals. I wonder if this could go along the top of make it look even more like a little fence. It's going to have a lot of bright colors. Now the page behind it, it was painted with black acrylic paint, and I dropped some sparkles in. I did that just sort of spontaneously. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the page at that point, except I did already have in mind that I wanted to use a really stark contrast against a black background, bright and dark. So I might use this behind that. I'll put this to the side. We won't have room for just a ton of flowers. That's something that's already cut out, or not cut out, but just complete. So I might use that as one of the flowers, if I can get these scissors to work. All of my scissors need to be sharpened. That's something I'm going to have to take care of really soon. Let me get my other pair. Yeah, it's really nice to have sharp scissors, and to use fabric scissors for fabric and paper scissors for paper. I am the world's worst at not doing that. But I think when I get all my scissors sharpened and get a couple of new pairs to add to my supply, I'm going to be much more careful. Not sure if I want to use this. I wanted to see how it looks. I might want to just cut out my own flowers. And then we have, of course, shapes of flowers in this fabric. Some of this fabric came from Sheila at Boho Daydreams. Some of it came from some upholstery and designer fabric that I had put up. But I love Sheila's fabrics. So there is one, perhaps. And the little tiny mirrored pieces, they would be really cute in the centers of some of these flowers. Like that. One of the things I really want to do is cut some actual petals. I don't know if I feel like that's a contrast enough. So let's move that over here. And if I get just a little pattern, it doesn't need to be too big because we don't have that much space. That would be pretty. So I'm gonna let's fold the fabric so we get multiple layers. And let's see if I can cut. And this fabric is really, really gonna unravel, however you want to say it. So we would want to glue this down pretty quickly and not mess with it too much. Oh, I like these. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's just the least bit tedious, I would say. It is amazing the difference between sharp scissors and dull scissors. You can't get anything done with dull scissors. Put that in the center. Now, what if we did some petals out of this with all of the sequins on it? I'm just going to go ahead and fold this from the very start and maybe make some petals that are similar. We'll cut from this end. Get as much as we can out of this. Is there any way I can leave that folded? Stay. It's not going to stay. And let's just go around this side. I'm doing an art show soon, and I've got to get some things made. Life is just so busy. I help with my grandchildren in the mornings, which I absolutely love. That's pretty, I like that. So we could put this little thing in the center of that. I might like that better with the other things with it, and maybe put these on top. And of course I work at my wonderful job that I love at the Reuse Center. That's just, it's my dream job actually. But then I work really hard in my Etsy shop. I'm either making or listing or going to the post office. And I'm also trying to practice my guitar so that Jason and I can continue to grow what we put together as far as playing out together. That's something that I don't want to give up, so it's just busy all the time. So that's kind of neat. We'll do some things to tie everything, to tie it all together. I was thinking this morning while I was driving, how can I easily glue all this down with these fabrics? I know it's not going to be easy because the fabric ravels really easily, and I just kept thinking, how can I do it? Do I lay everything out in place and then go back with the glue? Do I put glue all over the page and just lay it down and hope that things turn out okay? So I think what I'm going to do at this point, I'm not going to lay these petals down. I feel pretty sure that I'm going to like those. I need to open a new thing of glue. This could possibly be why my scissors are not as sharp as they should be. Yep, that was those scissors you heard. These opening that glue. Oh, there were two together there. So I'm just going to start gluing the petals down and make sure I put the right side. I didn't even know that was under there. Two petals had stuck together. Fish, all different kinds, more than I've ever seen in one place except at the coast. This flower might be too big. We're going to go ahead and glue it down. We're just going to take our chances. And this one I'm going to need to, well, maybe if I let that go over to the next page, it would help tie things in, you know? And we can glue it kind of loosely, make sure that, let's just try that and see. Sometimes you got to just glue. That's where I work. I come in contact with a lot of creative people, and we have had many discussions about the need to create. Not everyone has that just urgency about it. So let me move these little bits, these little scrap pieces, and I'm not sure if I will get much of a stem in there at all. I probably should have put some of that down first, but I think we can remedy this. So let's just cut one straight piece, and I think I'm going to try to put it behind. That's not dry yet, so let's put this underneath that. don't want to pull on that too much. I'm going to end up unraveling that if I do. So let's cut another stem. And this is sort of a green felt. This came from a gorgeous, gorgeous garment. Oh my goodness. The buttons on this thing were just amazing. I've used most of it and sold a lot of it in packs and things. But yeah, it was just really, really pretty. I wish I had another one. Yeah, so this is okay. We will just do what we can. Got to figure out a way to tie everything together. Will that go under there? Yeah. I think I'm going to cut the white part off. This old packaging is so pretty. So let's lift that petal up a little bit. We'll have that coming over the fence. But I need to decide if I want to put this behind it. I think I do. So how are we going to do this? First, let's put a little bit of glue along here so that we know exactly. There's a petal. I'll glue that down at some point. And then we will put this right next to it and just cut off the extra. Let's pull that up a little bit. And then pull that up a little bit more. So I'm interested in what kind of glue everybody uses. I'm addicted to the tacky glue. This is the original, but I love the fast grab. I love the original too. They just, I stopped the other day to get some and they didn't have the fast grab, so I just got the original. I do keep Elmer's on hand, and I've been gifted in some happy mail, and thank you, Jay, some of this 3-in-1, the advanced craft glue. And Jay, thank you so much. She also sent me some Fabri-Tac, which I've used. There are so many things that I have not tried though, and I know I hear people talking about the, how do you say it, the Tombow Mono glue. I'm not sure even how to say it. I have tried that once before and I liked it, but I think I'm just addicted to the tacky glue, and I keep Elmer's glue on hand as well. I don't know if I said that or not. Maybe I did. And I also keep this E6000 around for projects where just a regular glue is not working at all. I like glues that don't have a really, really strong smell. Does that bother anybody? I mean, do you feel like, what makes you choose the adhesive that you choose? I would love to try a spray adhesive, but I'm picturing fumes in the air, so I don't know. Any thoughts on that? Will that go under there? Add one more petal there. So that's really kind of the bright garden I was thinking about. But we're going to have to find a way to tie everything together. My first thought, honestly, is this little gelato in a similar color, just to go around the edge over here, and we'll blend it in. I might just put some on the black edge as well to make a little frame. We're going to go back with the brush and make this look better. All right. I had to clean that brush up a tiny bit. I love these gelatos. I am so excited that I tried some things I had not tried before for this series. I don't want to go too far down in the center of the page because I want it to feel like a little bit like a frame, I guess. Now this, of course, is going on the top of that black acrylic paint. And I might wipe off the excess there. I want something that's not going to be a pain and come off all over everything. Let's just see if we... Oh, that's going to stay, I think. I like that. There's room for maybe one word. This word is going to remind everybody who knows her of someone. She says, let your creativity bloom. Amity bloom. So let's write the word bloom right there. And maybe again up here. Another phrase is bloom where you're planted. Sometimes that's impossible. I know from experience. I don't talk a lot about it. There are just certain things that don't belong on the internet. But some places, I understand the spirit of that saying. And I think it applies most of the time, because we all have to make the best of sometimes situations that we would not have chosen for ourselves. That's just part of life. But when you're living in an abusive situation where your choices are limited and you just can't, you're not even in a position to get out of what you're in, it's really hard to bloom. But I still embrace that word. And I feel like I've always tried to do that. I feel like I've always tried to make the best of things. And I guess I have to thank my parents for that. And I think God has been very good to me. I feel like I have to thank God for my, anything that He has put within me to help me to have like a right spirit or that kind of thing, just not be bitter about things. So I like the way this turned out. We've got a vintage element here. We've got just a few little words. I need to date this. Let me find my fine tip Sharpie and see. Maybe I will put it, I think I'll put it over here. So that is that spread. And that didn't take very much. I like this. I really do love the way this turned out. It is so bright and so cheerful. I wanted to show one more thing I did after I quit filming. I decided to use one of the little butterflies that I included in the kit. I've been waiting for the right page to use this on, and this one seemed like a good one because it has the same vibe. The pink, the shiny, just sort of fun and bright. So I glued this down and put it under the edge of that petal, and I really like that. It ties right in. So please leave me your comments, and I don't always ask for this, but please subscribe if you like the content here, and click the bell so that you get notifications when I have a new video. That it helps us both if you want to be notified, and I am really working toward being able to do live videos. I frequently journal in the mornings before I go to work. I do some crafty things. I package orders. Sometimes I put kits together and things like that. So it would be really nice to be able to visit during those things. So subscribe, like, and share. I really appreciate your support. I am really enjoying getting to know everyone better and just learning together. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.